Hey, y'all. That's a lot to follow. I just want to first thank the foundation for allowing me to be here tonight in a room full of people that I just admire so much, and for giving me the chance to tell our story. Like most kids, I knew very little about Parkinson's disease when my dad was diagnosed in 2014. I knew of the famous people who have it, and I knew that it makes you shake. And that's about all I knew for quite some time. For years, my dad was not ready to let the world or even close friends and family know of his diagnosis, which we've come to learn is not that unusual. Those years of being quiet were some of the hardest. I didn't do any research about the disease. I didn't reach out to anyone in a similar situation. In fact, my very best friend, her dad has had Parkinson's as long as I've known her, and I kept it a secret from her for 2 years. And I don't blame my dad for wanting to keep it a secret. After all, we learned that our little family of 4 could get through anything if we could get through those 2 years. I've never looked up to my mom more than during that time. She gave us strength when we needed courage, and she gave us joy when we needed light. And my big sister, Katie, gave us laughter when we needed hope. They are and always will be the light of my life. Even as our family grew to 5 with the addition of my sweet husband, Kyle, and will grow to 6 in July with the addition of my sister's fiance, Corey. You thought it was something different. Our bond is something that I cherish more than anything. Even though I wish we didn't have to face PD together, it sure has made us stronger. In those years, we didn't know what we know now. Being silent gave Parkinson's disease a power over us that it does not deserve. It made us afraid and isolated, and it kept us from a community who could change the whole tone of what we're facing. Enter Jean and Ellie Rowland. My grandparents have been supportive rock stars in my life since the day I was born. They are kind and giving and courageous. I've always seen them this way before and after the diagnosis. When they found out about Dad's disease, they started doing their own research. And in 2017, they found the Michael J. Fox Foundation. We were still in the closet when they called one afternoon and they told my dad, Michael, yes, my dad shares a name with the Fox man himself. We found this bike ride for the Michael J. Fox Foundation. We're gonna strap our bikes to the back of our Prius and drive from Schenectady, New York to Greenville, South Carolina, and we're gonna ride 50 miles in the name of research. Did I mention that they're in their 80s? Sorry, Grandma and Grandpa. Yeah. So Dad and Mom are in, and Katie and I are in, and then I realized, hey, Dad, you know we have to raise money, right? He did. And we want to raise a lot of money, right? He did. So we're going to have to tell people why we're doing this, right? Go ahead, he said, and suddenly we were out of the closet. I'm not sure what I expected, but I'll tell you what I didn't expect: to raise over $65,000 in year 1. I had no idea that Parkinson's affects so many people that I know. It wasn't until we spoke up that others in our circle spoke up. And it wasn't until we spoke up that we met people in our community who were already making a difference. Year 1 was a whirlwind. We drove to Greenville for Tour de Fox Blue Ridge ride with a group of over 20 Team Roland cyclists and even more cheerleaders. We left feeling exhausted but ready for more. And when we arrived in New York City last year for this very dinner, I think we imagined that everyone would be just like us. People who banded together to support an already existing foundation event and were able to raise a lot of money. Turns out I was pretty wrong about that. There were people who created their own events with the most creative names you could ever think of. I mean, come on, Pet a Pig for Parkinson's? I mean, come on. And they all started with a P. Who thinks of these things? And they didn't just raise money. They raised a lot of money. We were pretty proud of our $65,000, but when we learned how much the New England Parkinson's ride raised, we were immeasurably inspired for bigger things in year 2. Since becoming part of the Michael J. Fox Foundation and Team Fox, 3 things have happened to my family. 1, we are no longer quietly fighting a disease. It still sucks. I still hate Parkinson's disease. But now I can learn about the disease in a manageable way that doesn't feel so daunting. Shout out to Dr. Rachel Dolan for her Ask MD videos. Don't y'all love her? We have a support network of close friends and family, and we have support from people worldwide who are raising money, fighting for research, and finding a cure. 2, we have a call to action. The most important lesson that my dad has ever taught me is the value of hard work. It is a core tenet of my personality, and it has made me who I am today. You see, that's why Parkinson's threw my family into a tailspin for so long. You can't outwork Parkinson's disease, and you can't prepare for it. It comes out of the blue, it changes every day, and there's no way to predict what it will do next. So what are you supposed to do when hard work doesn't fix it? That's where the foundation comes in. People like me can do something about it and see real change. We can support existing events and create new ones. We can meet families who are facing a diagnosis of their own and help them through it. And we can raise money that will get into the hands of doctors and scientists, making one medical breakthrough at a time. We no longer have to wait for a cure to drop out of the sky. We can get out there and do something. And finally, number 3, we are emboldened to create our own ways to help. What my dad taught me is hard work, but what my mom taught me is to be all in. My mom, Stacy, has never done anything halfway. If you're gonna be an Auburn fan, you're gonna be an Auburn fan. If you're gonna love big. And if you're gonna throw a party, you're gonna throw the best darn party anyone has ever been to. And if you're gonna fight Parkinson's, you're gonna fight it every day. In 2018, my husband and I went all in and created Pounds for Parkinson's, a CrossFit event held in our gym in Nashville, Tennessee. This was a new community for us. We had only been in Nashville for a year, and we worried that we didn't have deep enough roots to make an impact. With the help of our family, we raised $10,000 for the foundation in year 1 of Pounds for Parkinson's, bringing the year 2 Team Rowland total to over $90,000. It was honestly one of the best days of my whole life. We've also been able to plug into the local Team Fox Nashville Young Professionals. They're here tonight, over there. Whoop, whoop. It's a group of young women with not just big ideas, but big follow through. They put on Concert for a Cure this past fall and raised $25,000, blowing their $10,000 goal out of the water. Yeah, give them some love. What's most impressive and what I find the most impactful thing that this group does is start every meeting with a family update. How's your mom? How'd your dad's surgery go last week? What can we do to help? That's what makes an impact on people's lives. This is what the foundation means to the people on the ground. Parkinson's disease isn't going away on its own. It's going to take big action from the people in this room and even more who aren't here tonight. PD might be something that my dad has to live with forever, but because of the Michael J. Fox Foundation, one day people will refer to Parkinson's disease in past tense. Yeah, that's right. And when that happens, it will be because a group of people got together and decided to put in the hard work to do something. So let's get out there and pet some pigs and flip some pancakes and lift some pounds and anything else that we can think of. Thanks, y'all.